They tryna turn Trenton into Baby Flint. Been signs by depression on the billboards ever since. 100 years ago we was lynched. Now they use germ warfare to kill us. I'm convinced, got the evidence. I look around and it's evident. Then go down to City Hall and see so much negligence. Real art is intelligent. A true artist sends messages that speak to your intelligence. They fought and died so I can do my thing. Not to get drunk and high or join no gang. I will not let none of you die in vain. For my people I bang, bang, bang. My ancestors been through so much pain. I don't let them die in vain. My ancestors been through so much pain. I don't let them die in vain. I rep for you in everything I do. I rep for you in every place I go. I rep for you in everything I do. In every place I go. They say post-traumatic slavery disorder's fake, but I just tell them all to wake up. Everything we went through, what a way down a rape, bro. Isn't our genetic makeup. So I am my ancestors from block to block. Let's build like it's Tetris. We must unite, link up like a necklace. They fought and died and we disrespected. So I come to correct it. The legacy they left I protected. We only think about self and neglected. You're African but yet you rejected. No. My ancestors been through so much pain. I don't let them die in vain. My ancestors been through so much pain. I don't let them die in vain. I rep for you in everything I do. I rep for you in every place I go. I rep for you in everything I do. In every place I go. I do. I go.
Welcome back to another edition of New Freedom Exchange, your cultural expression for social dignity and community empowerment. I'm your co-host, Brother Dean, here with
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Marsha.
Oh, alaikum assalam. Somebody didn't want to put me on the screen, but
you was playing hide and go seek, man. I didn't know where you was at.
It's Imam Bilal here. We're live and direct on New Freedom Exchange, your cultural expression for social dignity and community empowerment, as the Dean said. We're here. We're in the beloved space. Welcome. If you are here, drop a salam, drop a peace. We welcome all of that. I think someone already dropped their salams. It's Khadija already, of course. Salam, Khadija. Grateful to have you as you are one of our #1 anniversary supporters of the platform. Anyone else who would like to give salams and also drop where you are tuned in from? We always love to know where our listeners are from. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. So we are here. Welcome to New Freedom February.
New Freedom February. How you all doing today?
Doing good. Y'all shining, man. My jaw look kind of faded.
A little fuzzy over there?
A little fuzzy
wuzzy somewhere, man.
Fuzzy wuzzy.
A little fuzzy wuzzy over there.
Nah, but I was driving today. I get the pleasure of, driving around. I
Sure.
see different things, and I saw this right here.
Oh,
It's cool billboard.
Whoever
Actually, see
saved
this one first. So it's a billboard. It says, "Whoever saves." It's a Quranic verse, or 5, I think, chapter 32.
yeah.
Whoever saves a life, it will be as if they saved all humanity. Thank you, your Muslim neighbors. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
cool.
Yeah.
That's
Where
great.
were you when you saw that?
Somewhere in PA. I don't know where I was at.
So
I was actually on a highway somewhere. I was like, and I said, well, I tried to slow up, and the truck was behind me, but I got over just in time, backed up, and it was able to take a good shot. I think I was near like Allentown or something like that.
That is cool.
Okay, that's cool, brother. That's cool.
So
I mean,
I don't have a picture of it, so I'm gonna go back and take a picture of it. But I had a cool sighting today too.
Okay.
So actually, I saw it last night for the first time. So I went to Old Navy to buy Aaliyah some clothes because she was going somewhere today. And I'm in the store and I look up and there is like a billboard type sign in the store, like their advertisement. And Bashia was in the.
Oh yes,
like, oh my
Alhamdulillah.
goodness,
Yeah, that would be
I
cool.
love
Yeah,
her.
yeah. For what was it? The is it makeup or is it
No,
the?
it's an Old Navy ad. It's
Oh,
in
the only.
Old Navy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Please go back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
please.
back tomorrow and take a picture of it.
Oh yeah, that's hot. We always like
Yeah.
seeing our guests who we have had on the platform before doing amazing things. So I know she's been doing her thing with the various brand what they call brand partnerships. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what's up. And shout out to Sister Bashia. If you're seeing the show, whenever you see the show,
Yes,
we
girl,
send
I
our
saw you in the
salams.
store and I got all excited. When I had to go back to the store this morning because some of the items didn't fit Aaliyah. So when I went back this morning and I'm exchanging the stuff, I'm telling the girl at the counter, I'm like, that billboard over there, I know her. That's Bashia. She's a Muslim artist. Like I was going off.
Yes, right. Give the 411. That's how we do it. Keep it nice and connected. Keep it tight. That's great. I didn't have a miraculous sighting.
Miraculous, really?
I didn't have a miraculous sighting today, but yesterday we did go down, me, myself, and Jahideen, we did go down to Atlantic City / Pleasantville / Egg Harbor of New Jersey. Yeah, Township of New Jersey to do Juma down there. And we met with Dr. Raymond Brock, who is a Muslim psychologist who does the cookbahs down there. And we'll be grateful to, inshallah, to have him be interviewed here on this platform as well. But also we were able to connect with a few other brothers, Brother Lester, Muhammad, Brother Hani. We went out to see the scenery after Juma in Egg Harbor / Pleasantville, where in Pleasantville, they're building the first Muslim-owned burial ground in the state of New Jersey, like full-blown Muslim-owned. They bought the property, they bought the land. So we're seeing them set up for the Muslims, for the community for the Muslim community, and we also saw a lot of property in Pleasantville, which is undergoing major infrastructure. We're talking about, if not billions of dollars, multi-billions of dollars, because they're doing the sewer system over again. So they're digging up the ground. They're going to dig up, excavate the ground, and dig up the older sewer pipes. Whenever they do that, there's a lot of major investment that's coming into the town, to the city. So there's a lot of properties that's available for purchase. We was taken by one that's was an abandoned medical building that it was completely infrastructure. It's been vacant for 10 to 15 years, but it looks brand new in terms of the bricks. I mean, the infrastructure looks really, really good. So we just look at the opportunities, and there's also a new masjid being built for this. It's called the Islamic Center of Atlantic City. That will be done. We're being told by Ramadan, inshallah, that will be done. And we do have pictures. I do have pictures.
Yeah, I saw some of those posted.
Yeah.
That look really cool.
Yeah, so we're hoping that it's going to be, the masjid will be open. They said the imam there, the people there are very nice. They're very open to all the Muslim community taking advantage of the space. It's going to be 3 floors. And it's open for your community events, those who want to host events there and different things like that. So wonderful things happening. And like, again, the opportunities are there. America's for sale, it's for rent. So we want to take advantage of some of these things as we see fit. Pleasantville is a majority African American and Latinos town, city. So just some background to that. But yeah, and then today we had the mentoring group. So we're still keeping going with that. Today we had a private investigator / security expert come to speak to the scholars. So that was pretty cool. Bodyguard for the stars, some big stars in Hollywood and sports and different things like that. So just trying to expose our young men and young women to various fields of profession and learn about everyone's path is not linear. And I think that leads good segue into our special guest for the new series, New Freedom February. And Dean, could you give us a quick summary as to why we came up with New Freedom February, because originally you came up with the idea to us, and you see, everyone saw the graphics, or everyone has seen the graphics. Some people have seen the graphics already. So can you give us a little background before we introduce our guest?
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting, right? Because you know how we had New Africa August, right? And it was and New Africa August was started by Sharif Abdul Malik from We Buy Black, and we continued it this past year. And as we were, throughout the month highlighting institutions that's for building our future, it also says, a month for our past, a month for history, and then a month for our future. And so, as we're coming around to this new year, and everything has changed drastically. New Freedom February was just like, okay, well, a lot of times when we think of African American History Month, we not really highlight, individuals. And, when me and Bilal and Sister Marsha, when we all travel, we see different, posters, murals, and they all in busts, right? They always have from the neck up, right? And so one time I forgot where we was at, but it was like, what about the body, right? They always show us our leaders from the head up, and it's like a disconnection from our leaders and the people. And so like this New Freedom February is like focusing on, yes, we're focusing on the individuals who are African American, who are successful, but also like the triumphs that we've had advanced over the years as a people, right? And so our little tag is like New Freedom February, which is known now as African American History Month or Black History Month. We're still celebrating, highlighting, and reflecting the historical achievements, milestones, victories, and strategies of our people from oppression to enlightenment. And so, I just thought that it would be not just, something new, so to speak, but also just to reflect from a different perspective. I mean, because every time we think of history, we always think of individuals. We think of, mainly from one perspective. But I think if we look at it as freedom from oppression, because we've been over the years been all these different roadblocks, and we can't lose sight of that as a people, the victories that we have achieved and the conditions that we're in now. So that's it in a snippet. We'll build on it as the month go out. But yeah, that's what that's about.
Alhamdulillah, I love it. And hashtag they planted the seed so we can grow.
Right, and so that's in the spirit of like, okay, Imam Muhammad shared with us about, I think it's a folk tale or something like that, where old man was planting seeds and someone came up to him, a young man said, why are you planting something that you're not going to get the benefit from? And then he identified some trees. He said, they planted those before us so we can eat. We plant these for you all to eat, right? And so they planted so we can eat is a recognition of the triumph and the perseverance of those who came before us, so we could benefit what we are benefiting from today. And it just so happened we're about to talk about eating and food, so that just lines right up,
Beautiful. So, Sister Marsha, please do the honors, introduce our guest.
So our guest for this evening is Sister Huda Ahmad. Huda is a chef with over a decade of experience in the culinary industry. She has an associate's degree in culinary arts and a bachelor's in business management. She's received awards for baking competitions, cooking, and culinary artistry. Huda has traveled around the world and wanted to share both her love for food and her love for travel with everyone. Her chef series, Cuisine and Culture, was created to bring a new country and a new experience to you month after month, and to share other cultures in hopes to bring about a better understanding of people from around the world. And so without further ado, we're going to bring on our guest for this evening, Sister Huda.
Oh wow, I got the whole intro. Assalamu alaikum.
Hey girl.
Hey. I wasn't expecting that part.
It's always surprises. It's always
surprises.
How are you this evening?
I'm very good, alhamdulillah. Thank you for having me on. And yeah, I'm just ready to talk and see how well I do for the next hour.
Well, Go ahead, Dean. Go
I was
ahead.
about to
Go.
go
Kick it
on.
off. Kick it
I
off.
was
Kick
just
it
gonna
off.
say,
Kick it
like,
off.
what's your favorite cuisine? Like, how did you get into cooking? What's your story in regards
Oh,
to
my
food?
favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really have a favorite. I love Indian food. I think I make that at least once a week. I make fish at least once a week. So those two are my favorite. But what I love doing the most is fish and sauces. That's been my thing for a long time. But I got into cooking. I have no idea how. It just kind of happened. I was young, around 10 when I really started cooking. And um, my mom would teach me how to do certain things. My grandmother cooked, my uncle cooked. I have a great grandfather that's a chef, and it kind of just was in the blood. It's not really what my initial career wanted to was going to be, but it kind of just went into that around high school, and I was cooking a lot more often. It got to the point where my mom didn't even have to make dinner anymore because I'm making dinner. I'm baking cookies. My brothers would come over. The royal dance cookie bin. It's supposed to be filled with sewing essentials, but I actually filled it with more cookies. So
Oh
my
yeah, because
brothers would,
we recycle that
yes,
can.
yes, it definitely got recycled. So, but I actually put cookies back in it, and I remember my brothers would come just for the cookies. So yeah, after high school, I was like, I think I want to be a chef, and my dad. Some people were looking at me sideways because it's like a chef. Like, why would you want to do that? I actually got accepted to a doctoral internship in Texas that same year, and I was just like, I don't want to go. So that's kind of how I got into it. It's just years of cooking, and it finally clicked. Like, okay, this is what I'm really good at, and it's not a lot of schooling behind it. Not a lot that I have to do. It's just more of experience. So yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
Yeah, I heard you say something about Indian food. You said you like Indian food, or you know how to make Indian food? That's a difference. It's like I don't.
um, both, both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
both.
that's my favorite too. I mean, I
Oh
don't know.
yeah,
Chicken
yeah.
Nahari. Is it Nahari or something like that?
Don't I can't get I'm not all into it. Like I'm not,
Oh, okay. No problem.
but certain dishes I can make. It was I was at a job when I worked at Drexel University, and my chef was leaving, and she told people like, this is the go-to. Y'all need some Indian cuisine, Asian cuisine. That's who you want to make your food. So it's just something about the spices and the preparation of it is just easy, and it's good. It's very flavorful food. So it's definitely one of the top five dishes that I enjoy, or top five cuisines.
Interesting. Can you talk to us a little bit about the business that you have? Because now you not only have the passion for cooking, but you also have a business behind it.
Yeah, sure. So my business, Maida Catering, Maida being an Arabic word for table spread, or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Zero
and
five. Mm-hmm.
so it's been through some name changes, but this one
Okay.
is it describes the most it describes me the best and what I bring to the table as far as cuisine. So I'm not limited
Uh-huh.
in what I can do. So people want soul food, I can
Mm-hmm.
do that. If they want Spanish food, I can do that. If they want Asian inspired, I can do that. If they want, something a little more high end, I can do that. So, Maida Catering is the name of my business, and the particular chef series that I'm doing now is called, like you said, Cuisine and Culture. Um, I I used to do weddings and big catering events and things like that, but I kind of dialed it down just because the purpose of me having a business was so that I can have more freedom and spend more time with my family. And when I was doing weddings, it was just like, not really working out. But I do private events, personal chef services, meal prep, things like that. But the cuisine and culture is about, like you said, bringing food from around the world to you instead of you having to travel around to get a taste or pay X amount of money to get a taste. And it's an experience. It's an interactive experience. We play games and we ask questions. We give information about the specific cuisine or the culture or the country that we're featuring. Um, Give away prizes. So I want it to be an interactive experience for people. When they come in, I want them to feel like they are stepping into another country, but I also want them to leave with some knowledge that they may have known or may not have known, but just to open their eyes a little bit about other cultures. I grew up around a lot of different cultures. My dad, Imam Lukman Ahmed, he speaks fluent Arabic, so he got us into a lot of different masajid, a lot of different places just by him being fluent and knowledgeable in other religions, other cultures, and things like that. So we grew up around them. Grew up around Pakistanis. We grew up around Arabs. We grew up around Egyptians, and got to taste their food. Learn how to. Remember a friend of mine when I was younger. She showed me how to make roti. So I'm in her kitchen with her, learning how to make roti. I have an Ethiopian friend who showed me how to make dorowat, which
Oh man.
is the traditional dish of Ethiopia.
Right.
It was a long process. We was there for a while. She
Right.
made coffee from the green beans,
Oh
roasted them,
man.
and poured. The coffee took about a half hour just for her to make, but it was delicious. And those are the type of
Mhm.
experiences that I hope to bring to people with the Cuisine and Culture series.
So I'm curious to know what it takes to have a business in the food industry.
Mhm.
You talked about doing the catering and not necessarily wanting to do that because it took up more of your time than you initially wanted to commit. You do the private sessions, you do the cuisine and culture. What does it take to actually run a business in the food industry?
It has changed since I first started cooking professionally about almost 20 years ago. Ooh, God,
Wow. 20 years ago. Amazing.
let's just say 15, make it
Okay,
sound
so
better.
15. 15. Okay, 15, sister. We'll take 15. We'll take
Yeah.
15.
Before, excuse me,
Mhm.
it was you had to work your way up. You had to work your way
Mhm.
up. You
Mhm.
start at the bottom of
Mhm.
the totem pole, and you had to gain experience and really gradually work your way up and show assert yourself and show your chef or show the people that you were with that you were capable of doing more and taking on more responsibility. Now it's more, with social media, it makes a lot of things easier to obtain, easier to, just get your name and your face out there. But either way, I would say confidence, number one. Don't doubt yourself. Even if you mess up, maybe the dish didn't come out great, but you have to know how to make it work. Like I've had dishes that will fall apart. It still tastes good, it will fall apart. So it's like, okay, well, we'll make it a deconstructed lasagna instead of just a traditional lasagna.
I like that. Dish, dish, di-
Yeah,
di- dish,
Yeah.
you put
deconstruction. I like that.
deconstructed in
Uh,
front of anything. And it's like, oh wow. So I think being creative, you have to keeping up with trends, and two, being creative. So you have to learn how to put your own twist
mm,
onto something,
mhm.
and really having a niche, having something that you bring to the table. Something that is specific to your style, your name, your brand. Um, it's so many chefs that do pop-ups. And me being Muslim and me growing up around different cultures, that was what I wanted to do. I could do any pop-up. I can just, have something, music and food and fun and all of that. But that's something that specifically is mine, is the cuisine and culture. So people can only get that experience with me. And I think just being consistent, consistency is key. And I'll admit that the past few years I have not been as consistent as I wanted to be. But with the whole pandemic and everything, and people leaving their jobs or jobs getting shut down, it made it that more critical, that more crucial for me to stay consistent. Because I started the cuisine and culture a few years ago, and I did it for a good year, change, and then I had a job, so work kind of get in the way, and I started it back up, and then COVID hit, so that shut it down. So it's my third go round, actually.
All right.
And it's just over or not, job or not, it's just gonna keep going. I'll fit it in and make it my priority. But I think those things can really make a person successful, and it'll bring out the support. Don't always look for the support right away, but just keep doing it. Even if you get one person that supports you, or three people, it could be your cousin or your friend or a stranger. As you keep going, it'll grow. You just got to be patient.
Excellent. Can you talk to the shift? I mean, you went full-fledged entrepreneur. Full-fledged entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Talk about that sacrifice and that risk and that shift.
It's definitely a big risk. Well, earlier last year, I took the summer off because, I have some family members who were sick, and I had just come from vacation. I was in Turkey. I went to Dubai and Turkey, so I was gone for like 2-3 weeks, I think. And I came back to. I was originally supposed to go back to work, but because my family was sick, I used that time to take care of them, help them out. And during that time, I realized how okay I was. Having faith in the law, having knowing that no matter what, he won't let me down. He won't leave me out to dry. It's just, I really had to put my trust in the law at that point, because I couldn't go back to work because people needed my help. And I was all right. So for the entire summer, I had off of work. And when I went back to work, it was just chaotic. I loved my job, my coworkers, and we had a good time. But when I went back, I think something in me shifted, and I was like, I don't need to be here. It just felt different this time around. Normally when I go on vacation, I come back, go right back to work the next day, and it's the same. But this time, something in me shifted, and I said to myself, I don't need this job. I can do this. And I went and I told my manager, I said, listen, I'm leaving. He was like, but I'll give y'all some time. And I felt bad because we were short staffed, and the whole pandemic had people not keeping jobs and not wanting to work. And, but I was like, I think y'all gonna be okay. Y'all are going to be fine.
They'll figure it out.
You will figure it out. Y'all have more than enough resources to find people to replace me and everyone else that's not here. And I think it just really solidified me being an entrepreneur and pursuing what I've been wanting to pursue for a long time. And my mom, my dad, my friends, they all see me working and working. I would work 8-10 hours and then come home. I gotta prep for an event. So I'm up all night to the next morning. I'm going back to work and I said, this is tiring. I can't do this. So I had
Right.
to pick one. So, November, I think. Yeah. The end of October was my last day at the job. And alhamdulillah, things has been steady. It's been well. And, I've been able to be more consistent and um been more productive with my job and with my business and just working on things and ideas, being able to put them into motion, getting help where I need it, and trying to build a team of people that can help me execute my cuisine and culture series. So, my good friend Munazza Muhammad, the CEO of
Mm-hmm.
the Traveling Muslimas. She jumped on board. She's my, she's definitely a big support. So she's seen me in action, and she's just like, listen, I want to help you. I want to take a load off your back. Whatever I can do to help you. So after the first one, she came and offered some assistance. So she's been helping me since, and it definitely took a load off. I didn't have to worry about every single thing. So I have somebody that can help me with other things. My mom has been a big help. She's like, "What do you need me to do? You want me to prep something? You want me to do this? You want me to do that?" So even down to my son. So he's been helping. He's 8, and I get him to carry things and load the car, unload the car, clean up. So he's been making money. I pay him.
Put them to work.
He's been helping, and it just worked out. It worked out. Every day I thank
Beautiful.
y'all, for
Alhamdulillah.
allowing me to take that leap. I put my
Mm-hmm.
trust in them every single day. Even some days where it's just like, okay, it's slow, but I don't worry about it. That's
Yeah,
just the
your
ups and
story is
downs.
your story is amazing because people are often so afraid to take that leap, right? To leave the
Hmm.
job and to go full-fledged entrepreneur. So it's good to hear an example of how the transition can be made. And for you, Allah made it easy and showed you, listen, you straight, you got it. Like, but I know that even the thought of making that transition sometimes could be scary. But alhamdulillah, you were able to do it. I'm interested actually to know a little bit more about the meal prep side of your business. That's something that is big in the food industry now,
Hmm.
and so I'm just curious to know a little bit more about that.
So yeah, so the meal prep is basically I meal prep for any and all types of diets, dietary restrictions, whatever needs you have. So it could be someone who don't have time to cook. I had a client couple, married couple. One worked in a hospital and one, I don't know what he did. He worked from home, but they were busy people and they didn't have time to go shopping, cook and prep and this and that. And they were trying to eat healthier. So they contacted me, and with them, I actually went to their house and prepared the foods, packaged it up, and everything. But yeah, so I would go there once a week and cook for them. I have a client now who is looking, trying to lose weight, and she's doing a weight loss challenge. So I make a specific meal prep plan for her, and I normally, talk it over with the client what they want. I have a menu that I use, but I'm always working with people in their specific needs, or they might want something specific. So I try to, have a conversation with them, allergies or preferences, anything you like, don't like, anything you want more of, and try to get an idea of what they like and what they're into, and then we make a plan based on that. And it's usually week by week that I do it. Some people might only want to use me for 3 or 4 weeks if they're doing some type of challenge or a specific thing. Some people might want to use me more often or less. Um, so it's been pretty consistent. So my contract with my clients just ended earlier this year. I think like the first or second week of January, and then right after that, I picked up another client. So it's been pretty consistent. Someone contacted me about doing postpartum meals for her and her family, so I do that. It could be anybody in any for any reason. No pork, don't cook pork, but any other diets, gluten free, vegan, and most of my dishes on the menu can be altered for gluten free, vegan, or dairy. Yeah, dairy allergies or anything like that.
Excellent, excellent. We are at the halfway juncture
Are
here.
we?
Look at
Yeah,
you.
halfway
Just
junction.
breathe.
Come on, come, sister. Halfway
You
junction,
got
sister. You're
this.
doing
You got this.
halfway juncture here on
Yeah.
NFX station identification purposes. You're now tuned in to New Freedom Exchange, your host and place for social dignity and community empowerment slash development. We are with Sister Huda Ahmad, Chef Huda Ahmad of Maida Catering Company, and we are talking about the business, her story, etc. So if you have a question, comment, please share it below. We'll bring it up and we can discuss it. We can talk about it. I want to shift a little bit to some of the goals that you have for Maida Catering Company. What are some of the short-term and long-term goals that you have for the catering business? I mean,
Oh,
for the
did I
business
write my
itself.
answers down on that? Well, one of my goals is to really get the Cuisine and Culture
Mm-hmm.
series, operating and running well. It's just starting, so of course there's hiccups along the way and things I'm still improving on. But I really want the focus and the goal of that to get across to the people that come. I always ask for feedback. I ask the people how they not only how did they like the food, but the overall experience. And I really try to get the guests to interact with each other and with the whole operation of the evening, because I want them to just a lot of people don't know about other cultures, and they may look at something as strange or different, and they may not understand why certain things are. So the best conversations happen around the dinner table. So the purpose of it is really just to open your eyes, broaden your horizons, and just be, oh, okay, that makes sense. Or now I know. So you living in the city, you may be neighbors with someone of a different faith or someone of a different culture, and y'all may not interact because you don't understand them, or you don't have anything to talk about. So now when you go home, you can say, hey, you know I got something to talk about. So that's one of my goals there. And another one is just to bring on more chefs to assist me. I want to be able to, outsource a chef here and there and say, we have this event, we have that event, and I want to be able to work with like minded chefs who can help me execute what I need to be executed. As far as private events, the pop-up series, other events that we host, and just be able to have a team of chefs who may not have been able to. Because I'm not gonna lie, the restaurant industry is pretty cutthroat, especially being a black chef. And for me, it was being black, being female, and being Muslim. So I used to say I was a triple threat.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember a time where I worked for one of the hottest new restaurants in downtown Philly. and we were busy every night. I was there opening day, and I worked like around the clock. I left my job of 3 years to go work for them, and the chef just decided he didn't like me anymore. So I went from working 40 hours a week to 10 hours a week. And, he told me that he cut everybody's hours, but of course the schedule is up, and I see that, everybody's getting their hours except for me. So, I try to, I try to make myself beneficial to the company by working on specials and coming up with new ideas. And and I was working on a dessert. I had been working on it for weeks, and I would tell all my coworkers, taste this, taste this, taste this. And oh, it's good. And they would help me along the way, tweak it. So I went to the chef and I asked him to taste it. And he was like, this is disgusting. Like, why would you want me to taste this? And I was like, oh, my feelings were hurt. I was hurt.
Hater.
Yeah, he was a hater. He was. I don't know why, but and it hurt me. And after that, I started looking for another job, and I went around the corner. Downtown was lit back then, and restaurants left and right, and so went around the corner to a guy, and he was like, "Listen, if you call out on one of the busiest nights of the week and work over here, you got a job." So I called out. I said, I'm calling out. So I call out, and I'm around the corner working, busy. And this is my first time. So I transitioned from, I'll just backtrack a little bit. I transitioned from catering to working in a restaurant, two completely different experiences. So when my first restaurant job, I was doing salads and appetizers. So when I went around the corner, I was working what they call the hotline. I was doing saute. So I'm working with the pans and cooking the fish and doing the sauces and all of that. My first day there killed me, but I worked my behind off. Long story short, I got the job. He hired me. He kept his promise. He hired me. I presented him that same dessert, and he put it on as a special the very next day, and it sold out.
Was it this cake right here?
That y'all look good, beloved.
What you think?
That y'all look
Snatchies.
good. Snatchies. That y'all look good, beloved.
Wow.
That's how we do.
My mom's still waiting for me to make that cake for her again. I'm not a baker. I bake, but I'm not a. I'm just putting that out there. So don't contact me about making a wedding cake. I know people if you need them, but I don't. I used to bake the cupcakes, but I don't bake. But but it actually was a parfait. It was
Parfait.
a coconut
Oh,
parfait. I
man.
made the ginger snaps from scratch. I made the coconut parfait
Oh,
with
man.
I don't remember everything. I think it was like pureed mangoes or something,
Mm-hmm.
something. But it was good. He put it on the next
Sounds
day,
good.
and that was like one of the chefs that really had a lot of faith in me. He didn't know me from a can of paint, but he saw my determination. And I worked with him for like almost 10 years after that, and at different restaurants and stuff. But it's cutthroat. So for Black chefs, we kind of had to create a market for ourselves, because in that industry, it's a lot of competition. It's a lot of throwing people under the bus. It's a lot of stepping on people's toes to get to the top. And, not to make it a race thing, but sometimes it can be a race thing. If you work at a prominent restaurant or a very high end restaurant, a lot of times the Black chef don't get chosen
Mm.
because they don't fit the
Mm-hmm.
description. They don't fit the
Mm-hmm.
look.
Mm-hmm.
They can be very talented, and they may utilize all of your talents, but you still can't become the executive chef. But you could be the sous chef, or you could be executive sous chef. So Black people had to make their own market. They have now Black Restaurant Week that features Black owned
Yes.
restaurants.
Yes.
before it was just restaurant week. So we had
Correct.
to separate ourselves again and do our own thing. So they have Black Chef competitions, Black Chef awards. They have a larger market specifically for Black chefs and other minorities. So I want to be able to create that type of environment for people as well. Muslims that
Yes.
don't get a lot of play. I know a lot of talented Muslim chefs that I
Mm-hmm.
follow on Instagram, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, listen, sis, I'm such a
Let's get
fan. Your
let's
food
get
is,
let's get let's get the
you
cook
know,
off going. Can we get a cook off
it's
coming?
a sister,
Uh-huh.
Amira from, I think she's in New York. She might be in New York. Amira Netta Muhammad. I love her food. It's always presented so elegantly and beautiful. It looks good. Never had it, but I can feel the flavors through the screen. It's another Black female chef, Tanya Renee. I love looking at her food. I love her pictures and her style. Um, she came to one of my pop-ups, one of my last ones that I had, and I asked her to critique it. And a lot of what she said was what I felt throughout the entire event. And it was very beneficial to me. It was a lot of constructive criticism, and I appreciated all of what she had to say because it helped me. It helped me take a step back and develop myself a little better to be able to execute my vision a lot better. But yeah, I just want to, provide that type of platform for people who want to get their selves out there, want to get themselves out there, may not have the backings or the support from the industry or from other people, and they need that. So I just want to be able to, look, you come on and I'll help you through it, and not so much be a mentor, but just be a helper to people in this industry,
Beautiful, sister. That's beautiful.
specifically people that look like moi. Yeah.
Absolutely, sister. Absolutely. We wanna have we wanna have more. It's like, sort of like a cohort. You want to bring people in and help develop the chefs and put the
Right.
chefs out there. I mean, that's major. We
Right.
have a couple questions from the audience.
Okay.
Sister Aisha Grant asked a question. She says, "Salams.
Okay, girl.
Are there any
Hey.
are there any plans to potentially package and ship meal plans out of state?"
Yes, there are. I'm actually working with two people now, getting their packages shipped next within the next week. My friend and who's transitioned temporarily in Oklahoma, and another sister in North Jersey, I think. So yes, that's definitely something that I'll be doing, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay. So my sister asked a question. She said, is there any vision to have an actual storefront or a place for Maida Catering?
I do not have plans on opening a restaurant,
Okay.
but I am looking for a space to, I guess, call my permanent home to host my events as well as other events that I'll have and that other people. So more so like an event space. So inshallah, this year will be the year. I've actually been looking for a couple of years for a space that I can host classes, have my pop-ups, and have other networking events that'll feature, other chefs and myself. But yeah, so no storefront restaurant right now. That's a hard task, a hard job.
Muktara says kitchen studio. I think Muktara's talking about we know of a shared kitchen here in New York. Shared kitchen
I
space.
I actually have been to a couple of them. They just tend to be expensive when you're not um when the money's not coming in consistently. So
Right.
it can be a little expensive. So I do have a couple kitchen studios, one that I'm actually a member of. So when I do have larger events and larger orders, I can rent that space. Um it's just I would like to have my own home, inshallah.
Inshallah. Speaking into existence with
Yes.
Allah's help and decree.
Yes, definitely.
You know what I mean?
So
Anything is
so right
possible.
now, I have a
Mhm.
question. So right now with the Cuisine and Culture. Do you all meet up at a restaurant? What's the format of that?
So I have two places where I host the event. So it's two a month.
Okay.
And one is close to Philly. It is an event space, and she, has a kitchen. So we prep there. We do some prep there, and we have that. I think like the last Friday of every month, and then the other is in Chester, and
Chester, okay.
at the masjid
Mhm.
here, but they have a multicultural room, and he
Okay.
actually, the imam there, gave me full access to their kitchen, so I did
Nice.
a lot of my work there, and then we have the events there, and I think Bilal, you had asked me about doing one in Jersey or something like that, but that's actually something
Yeah,
that
come
I've
on
been
up. Come on,
thinking
come on
about.
up.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
I'm definitely. I would like
come
to
down here, sis.
eventually. Yeah, I would like to
We'll come
eventually
down.
have
Will you
them
come
in
up?
different places. I definitely
Yeah.
want to have. I would even do one. In Atlanta or in LA, or that's actually something that I've been talking about with my with Muneza about
Mhm.
doing that, expanding once it's it's
Mhm.
rolling and everything's going. We want to take the show on the road.
Right.
Yeah, let's go.
Take
Let's
it
go.
state to state.
Well, yeah, see, yes, we're here for it. We'll support it. You know what I'm saying? Have a home. You know what I'm saying? Come up north. Well, whatever. We'll come down to see you, Chester. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Philly. That's all that. All that's a hop, skip, and the jump.
Hop, skip, and a jump. Right.
Hop,
Get the
skip.
bus, right?
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. We want to also at this time tell you all, like we always do, it is time to tell you all that you need to go onto Instagram right now and go follow Sister Maida Catering right now. Don't hesitate.
Right
Don't
now.
don't let's put up the banner. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Can we put up the banner, engineer? Can we put up the banner? Don't hesitate. It is time to support our sister. And if you have an event, you want the sister to cater. She says she don't do catering, but listen now, one a couple racks for the catering. Sister's not going to complain if come up a couple couple racks. So sister's going to take it. So if you have an
Yes,
event,
I'm gonna take it.
yes, sister's going to take it. Maida Catering. Go follow on Instagram. If you're meal prepping, all you brothers and sisters who work out, we got a lot of workout brothers and definitely a lot of workout sisters, who follow us. Encourage you all to get some of those meal preps in. Even if you're not working out and you want to try to eat healthy, maybe you're trying to switch to the vegan lifestyle, the vegetarian lifestyle, the pescatarian lifestyle, whatever lifestyle you're trying to eat. The sister got it. The sister got all that. You know what I'm saying? So please, right now, go follow my catering. Share, share, share. Book, book, book. We're speaking this into existence with Allah's help. That
Yes.
2022 will be prosperous for our sister, and it'll be
Amen.
fulfilling for our sister. In all facets. But the sister has a business. She's a full-fledged entrepreneur. She cannot work for free. Please don't ask her. It is time to get those coins. Get those coins in order.
He said she
Talk,
ain't doing it.
talk nice to
At
the
all.
sister. Talk nice to the sister. That's all. That's my pitch.
Thank you for the plug. I appreciate that. That was real good. You said everything. You said everything that needed to be said. So,
Absolutely.
alhamdulillah, shukran. I appreciate that.
No,
Any clo-
it's been
Yeah.
great. It's been great talking with you today. I'm excited to participate in a cuisine and culture. I need a little
Yes.
coach because I'm good with just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Sister, please, come on. Sister,
Not a peanut butter and jelly.
That's
Come
what I'm
on.
saying. So you gotta I have to have my palate expanded
Oh
because
yes, we gotta get you. We gotta get you
that's
in
like,
here, sis.
I'm like I'm happy with my little sandwich. But
Yes. Oh, and I will say, so I have a date for my next event.
okay.
So January, February, I didn't have any only because of the COVID strike,
Sure.
and all of that. But March 19th. So I'm only doing one
Mm-hmm.
in March just because I've been MIA for the last couple of months and I kind of want to ease my way back in.
Sure.
But March 19th, and
March
the information
19th.
will be on my Instagram and,
Sure.
and Facebook. But March 19th, it'll be held in Chester, PA, and we are
March
going
19th.
to do Indian cuisine.
Oh
So
man.
that's what we're gonna do in January. So we're gonna resume it.
That's
March
Saturday.
15th.
Saturday, right? Saturday
That's a
night?
Saturday, yes.
What time? What time? Do we know what time?
We start at 6:00.
Oh, sweet. That's sweet.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
As
We
you
don't,
should, sister.
do my-
As you should. Definitely should.
Yeah. So I'm it's so if anyone do have any ideas of what y'all would like to see as far as the Indian theme, y'all can inbox me on my Instagram and let me know. So I love when people give me some ideas to work with.
The nun bread. Can you make the nun?
Nan, I keep nan.
The nan. Excuse me.
Nan,
The
yeah.
The nan.
Well, I'm planning on making samosas. We're gonna
Oh yeah.
make
That's
samosas,
good.
but I
That's good.
can try the nan.
Cheesesteak samosa? What you know
Uh
about
oh. Whoa.
What you know about that?
You trying to make a Philly Indian fusion?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I ain't mad at it. I like that idea. I'll put that on the list. Let's write that down.
Put that on the list.
Samosas. Okay.
You got a whole fusion going on.
Yeah, you know.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
So
one.
now,
Yeah.
I welcome more ideas.
How do we participate in the cuisine and culture? Do people just show up? How does that whole thing work?
So Eventbrite, I post on Eventbrite.
Okay.
And if people don't want to pay on Eventbrite, they can contact me directly. My phone number is public knowledge, and my website and my Instagram.
Wait, what's the website? The website's Mighty Catering?
I
didn't get that. Wait, what's the website?
I'm still revamping my website,
okay.
so it's hopefully it'll be up by the end of the month. So
Okay.
I'm hoping. But yeah, you can contact me on Instagram and get tickets that way.
Okay.
I don't do any physical tickets, but I do keep track of everything. But Eventbrite is always the easiest way to go.
Okay.
Yeah, plus we get exclusive coverage, you know what I mean? She's gonna give us the inside.
Yeah, the red carpet.
Yeah.
You want to bring the red carpet
red
to
carpet,
the event.
backstage passes.
Yeah, bring the red carpet to the event.
Get the whole nine. Yeah.
Get the whole experience. We want to capture the whole experience. I mean, it's about the experience. You want to create that ambiance. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, of an experience. So it's like, we want to make sure that we can capture that. So we do, but before we let the sister go, the sister didn't say that the sister's going to be a reoccurring.
Something in the brewing, right?
Yeah, she's going to be a recurring, right? You're going to be recurring here, right, sister?
Yes. So we talked about doing some short videos of some cooking demonstrations.
Yeah.
So that my children ain't starving after work every day.
Yeah, some quick and easy meals. It won't be long with it. Some quick, easy meals that you can prepare at home, 20-minute, half-hour meals. Something easy, convenient for the everyday life. The working life, the I'm tired life.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know y'all tired of hot dogs and baked bean life, so let's switch it up. So yes, inshallah, I will be recurring monthly with those. So I'm excited about that as well.
And we are too. And so is the platform. So everyone listening, they will be very excited to see that. Closing remarks. Anyone wants to have a closing remark to share before we
today? I mean, this was a great conversation. I am excited for all that you have going on. I pray that Allah expand everything that you have in your vision. And so I'm just like, what we got to do to boost this? How do we become a part? How do we make it bigger? Whatever we can do that we have the resources to do. Let's go.
And me, Shukran. I appreciate the support and you guys opening up your platform for me to, tell people about myself and my business. So may Allah reward all of you for that.
I mean, Brother Dean, you wanna
Yeah, I got
Chef
another
Stewart.
request, man. I got another request, man.
A request?
Yeah,
Got another idea?
Somebody like to eat.
I want a mac and cheese samosa. You know what I mean?
A mac and cheese samosa?
Come on,
Write that down.
you fancy.
Okay.
But first of all, he really likes
is
Indian
hungry.
food. Let's just make that known. I know he said it was his favorite earlier, but like he really likes Indian food, and like you know, you're gonna have to help me with the whole Indian food thing. Guess what? I'm willing.
A mac and cheese samosa.
He
Well,
get
first of all, you
Bro.
get extra, but I'm gonna give y'all a little fun fact real quick because you did talk
Okay.
about how it's a cutthroat in the cooking industry and over the years. And my sister's a chef too, so I'm gonna get with Chef Halima to get with you, Chef Huda, and y'all can do your thing. She's out in Chicago, but I just found this earlier and I didn't know this. Fun fact about macaroni and cheese. That can you read that below? Because I can't see on my side.
It says Chef James Hemmings was the first American classically trained in French cuisine. He is the founder of mac and cheese, but his owner Thomas Jefferson took the credit for it. Yes, that Jefferson. Oh, he was a chef.
Wow.
He was the chef for Thomas Jefferson.
Wow.
So you wonder why other
Oh.
people can't make the mac and we ain't gonna talk about other people, but I'm just saying, like, you know, they be so you gonna throw it down.
You know,
Yeah.
speaking of that, a couple of years ago, I actually did a I think I'm gonna start posting again tomorrow, inshallah. But I did every day black chefs and black inventors in the food industry. So you have
please.
Black people who created the the mixer and the spatula and
That's right.
all types of devices that we use every day. The ice cream scoop was invented by a Black guy.
Yes.
So I did that on my Instagram a couple of years ago. So I think I'm gonna have to revamp it and bring it back out. I still got time, right? We only 5 days in.
It was only 5 days.
Okay, all right, yeah, I got time. So I'll be posting inshallah every day. A Black inventor, Black chef that we just like, what? Really?
Right.
Yes. Black people, we've been in there like swimwear since day one.
You better believe it. You better believe it. Dina, is that your closing remark on mac and cheese?
Yeah, I'm looking for
yeah.
Be on a mission.
Yeah, I appreciate the sister coming on and sharing her talent and her love for cuisine and
Thank
culture.
you.
And likewise, so no problem.
I think this was a this was a marvelous way to kick off Black History Month, Black Liberation Month. There's a lot of different ways that we could describe it, but
February.
New Freedom February, of course, New Freedom February, New Freedom February, yes, all that. And Sister Huda, like everyone has said, you know, we're happy to have you on the platform. We're happy to call you family. Anyone that comes on this platform is considered family.
Okay,
and
cousin.
Cousins, and we want to make sure that we support our cousins, support those who have initiatives. So, you count us on sharing your event, attending your events, sharing your content on IG, any little ways that can add to what you're doing, because I think it's so important that we get behind our entrepreneurs, those who sacrifice, they're taking risks, like Sister Huda took a risk and said, well, I'm done with my 9 to 5. And mind you, she could have been comfortable with her 9 to 5. Like,
those
comfortable.
checks weren't bad. Okay.
See, hey, the sister just told me the checks weren't bad. So it's decent. So, but sister said, I'm done with that. I want to live my purpose and my dream. My dream is not to be working for someone else, making them more coins than what I'm making, by the way, even though the checks look nice. But they're still making more triple the fat. Instead of saying, so, we want to pour our coins into the system. Your $10, $20, your $40, go to the event. However much tickets are, buy your ticket, come to the event, have fun, enjoy the experience, learn about other cultures, because we're living in a divisive time. So actually, food brings us closer.
It does.
Food brings us closer together. So through food, we can share through the cultural exchange. And then, support the sister. Don't forget Maida Catering. If you need, we need something, a meal prep. Get your meal preps in, and also get your catering needs met. So and support our sisters. So I'm just happy that we have all these chefs in this community, and I'm putting it out there right now. We want to do. I'm putting it out there right now. 2022. We want to New Freedom Exchange wants to bring all the chefs together. We want to put together a cookbook.
Ooh.
A cookbook.
Oh,
we need a Balalian cookbook for our people. You know, they used to exist back in the days. The chef from Muhammad Ali, she published a cookbook that's out of circulation now. But you know, those things don't exist. I mean, it would be super beneficial. You know, I'm saying to everyone to have a cookbook that talks about not just our fried chicken. No, that we have people cooking everything in the book. Let's go, Balalian cookbook. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm with it. Let's do it, man.
And don't forget, she mentioned that she does private sessions as well, right? So
private sessions, okay. Yeah, we need some private luxury cuisine.
So if you're trying to be nice to your boo,
man. Oh yeah.
Call a sister and plan something, you know, have her cook a dish for y'all.
Yeah,
you know?
Your anniversary. I forgot. Your anniversary is coming up. We can't forget about, we don't celebrate Valentine's or that, you know, that kind of sphere, but for your wife, you know, you want to do brothers, you want to do something special for your wife, or maybe for your attendant. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want to get a little spicy.
Yeah.
Come on.
I do Mother's Day. Did a Mother's Day brunch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Made omelets to order. For the whole show on for the people. So I do that too. Mother's Day dinners, any dinner, you know, you want in your home for you and your guests. So, you know, and it's for everybody, Muslim, non,
yes,
you know,
yes,
black, white, Asian, it doesn't matter who you are. You know, I work for everyone, I work with everyone, and I'm here to help everybody.
Alhamdulillah. And I think that's a good way for us to come to an ending, even though we don't want the conversation to end, but we're going to come to an ending here. And thank you all for tuning in this evening. Again, if you please like and share and subscribe to New Freedom Exchange on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. New Freedom Network is where we're going to be seeing Sister Huda and her segments. Also, subscribe to that YouTube channel because we're simulcasting.
You get it right.
Chef Huda, I'm sorry. I'm so used to calling sisters. But
yes,
Chef,
I'm sister today. Wait, when I put my chef's jacket on.
If you're gonna change the title, change that title.
Chef Huda will be on the network. You know, coming to a third with her segment. So look out for that. I mean, this is good. Look out for more announcements for New Freedom February, for more guests. We have some more people in brewing. You know what I'm saying? And we want to bring them to you, like we brought Sister Huda to you this evening. And we have a song. What song we closing out with tonight? What song we closing out?
I got what's his name? My grandfather's joint. Yeah.
My grandfather's Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got anything else? Got anything else for the sister, man? You got a special for the sister?
For the sister?
Yeah, come on, for the sister. Special for the sister.
I mean, I always want to be like this boss lady with the keymark, but I don't want to play that.
She is a okay. I mean, y'all got double up. We'll give you another.
She's a boss lady with the keymark. Let's go on
with the keymark. Okay.
Yeah, we're not joking that, right?
Hold up. So without no further ado, this is Boss Lady with the Keymark, Shadiaki, and Sister Bashia. So shout out to them. And until next time, peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
It's a gummy beat. Miss Boss Lady with the keymark. Hey, Miss Boss Lady with the keymark. Hey, Miss Boss Lady with the keymark. Hey, Miss Boss Lady can be nice. Hey, Miss Boss Lady with the keymark. 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 sauce. Look at the flaws, dripping and sauce. She making the prayers no matter the cost. No, she ain't putting it off. She repping the dean, know what I mean, so she ain't never been false. She on the scene, getting that green, so she can never be false. She getting that check and on to the next. She said she demand respect, gotta come correct. Sauced up, dripping like ragu. Why she walking down the avenue? If you really wanna bag you, gotta go talk to a abu. Ain't talking to Aladdin, I'm talking to dad, and no, he ain't having. No pants sagging, no career having. Bumps sitting around playing Madden. She ain't playing no games, dealing with lames. Beautiful woman with brains. I call her Miss Boss Lady with the key mark, cause I don't know her name. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady, Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady getting deep nice. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady getting deep nice.
Been a boss, I don't gotta floss. Staying humble cause I was lost. Now I'm rocking my key mark. Getting all of them dinar. On my dean and I go hard. Alhamdulillah, gotta thank God. Elevating and I can't stop. Don't waste my time when you getting blocked. Blast up, I put you on the spot. I be making moves and you talk a lot. Following procedure. Example for me, Khadija. I'm tryna own, not leasing. Stay on my grind, straight beastin'. Black excellence, they queenin'. I gotta do it. Putting Zawa in albums, I thought you knew it. I'm about my business, I keep it fluent. I slay so effortless, ain't no congruent. Purifying my heart, cause I got affluence.
Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady, Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady get deep nice. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. 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 Miss Boss Lady get deep nice. Miss Boss Lady. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady. Miss Boss Lady with the key mark. Miss Boss Lady. Miss Boss Lady. Miss Boss Lady.